What's up? Welcome to the Fantasy Football Game Show, brought to you by Better Sports Network. We are Front Yard Fantasy. I'm your host today, JL, joined by my very good friend, Joey. We have a very special guest today, best friend of the show, creator of Devi, creator of Daddy Fishbowl. He's also Matthew Berry's Game Changer Award winner, Innovator of the Year, and Times People of the Year. Joining us is Scott Fish the Man. Let's go. What up, Scott?
Times People of the Year. I like that. What was that? 2006. Everybody got in there.
Great year. How you doing today, Scott?
I'm doing great. I actually have a question here for you. How do I get out of the chat on this?
You have to full screen, I believe, in this software. Yeah. So
okay.
when we start
I don't
playing
want
the
to
game
cheat on this thing. I have a stellar record of only winning once at Fantasy Fortune Day.
And flipping the table if you didn't win. Every time. We got some people in the chat. We got Victor who said, "Hola, brochachos." What up, Victor?
Victor, how you doing, buddy?
It's National Bomb Pop Day, aka Firecracker Popsicle Day. Yes, of course. What's your guys' favorite ice cream bar? Joey and Jay probably remember WWF ice cream bars back in the day. Those are my favorite.
They were really good ice cream bars. What's my favorite? Is it just favorite ice cream bar?
Yeah.
What were the strawberry ones that had like the cookie on it, kind of? You know,
strawberry shortcake, I think.
Yeah, those. I like those a lot. Yeah.
Good humor. Yeah, Adam in the chat. Yep. Yeah, he's got it.
There you go.
Scott, you got a favorite ice cream bar?
I don't. I'm not a sweets guy. I'm not a chocolate guy. I'm not an ice cream guy. I like me a peanut butter parfait every once in a while from Dairy Queen, but I'm really not much of a sweets guy.
Just your occasional peanut butter parfait.
Yeah.
Every once in a while.
Yeah.
I think mine might have been the SpongeBob popsicles. Those are so dank at the pool ice cream truck.
Yeah, we have that every Thursday night. Comes by, the kids get ice cream from it every Thursday night.
I thought you meant the SpongeBob popsicles. I'm like, really?
No, I mean, they have SpongeBob and Sonic and whatnot. Yeah, it comes by every Thursday night.
When does yours come by on Thursdays? Because it comes by my house too, but they come like at 9:00.
Yeah, about 7:30 p.m. So we it's right at the edge of the 5-year-old's bedtime. The 10-year-old's fine,
and they got the alarm going, like the song, so the kids are like freaking out in bed, and you're just like, ice cream man.
I found with the 5-year-old, the best thing to do is about 7:30 at night, if he's already in bed, just put a pillow over his face and like hold it down really, really tight that he can't hear the ice cream jug.
Wow, and that works pretty well.
It seems to. He doesn't get up till morning. Yeah.
Who would have thought today's advisory was going to come from Scott and not me? But okay, here we are.
Here we are. 4 minutes into the show. We got some people in the chat. We got Damon here. Hi, y'all. What up? We got Albert saying hello, everyone. What up, Albert? We got Dustin with his obligatory team, Joey.
It's rooting for the host today.
And we got Miss Ryan here saying bonjour from Paris. Big fan.
Well, bonjour.
Bonjour.
Well, international now.
International. And Dustin saying I just signed up for Scott Fishbowl 14.
Let's go.
Oh, boy.
Heck yeah.
Have all the invites for SFP 14 gone out?
SFP 14? Yep, it's completely full. Start setting up.
Finish the last wave.
Jesus. Oh man.
Scott Fisher. So our openings. Are you allowed to sign up now for SFP 14, Scott?
Yeah. I just opened that up earlier today. It's usually about this time, about the first of the month. We're not there yet, but that's when I do it each year. Yep, you can sign up for SFP 14. Just log into your SFB account and sign up for SFB 14. It's just a button you click. It's super easy. And you can also sign up for a mirror league to maybe win your way in as well. Also, a button on that page.
It's super nice. I sign up every year, the year before, and it helps me stop procrastinating because I am the worst procrastinator. I would never sign up for SFB if you made me do it the year of.
Oh man. Well, lots of people don't. They think they do, but they don't.
It's so nice. It's a nice feature. We got Scambers in here. It's a beautiful Thursday afternoon, FYF fan. Mr. Scott Fish. Yes. We brought Scott on to play some Fantasy Fortune today. Joey's going to be hosting our game.
Yes, I am.
Which we will get into shortly. I will go over.
Can I clarify something? I was not invited. Like I was not scheduled. Like I have never been scheduled. No, yeah, I'm a fill-in. I wasn't scheduled.
Yes. Last minute at that.
Our Nate Marcum had some internet issues, and we had to find a replacement. And we called literally everyone in our FYF Rolodex, which we still have, and we put Fish at the very end, even though F is not the last letter in the alphabet.
They didn't even call me. They called Ian, but I answered because Ian's not here right now.
He's got Ian's phone.
It's really awkward.
Yeah, we basically had to invite him on. We got Greg in the chat, FYF historian, saying, "Good afternoon. Today's guest is 3-10 in FYF games and 1-4 in Fantasy Fortune, with his sole win teaming up with James Rodriguez."
My biggest annoyance is Fantasy Jeopardy, which I believe I've never won, but I've entered the final round leading each time. Which is really frustrating. But yeah, I'm not winning a lot of these.
Oh no! All right, well, we're going to get into our game of Fantasy Fortune. Before we do me a favor. Make sure you are following Scott Fish at ScottFish24 on Twitter. And if you haven't already, go check out Better Sports Network on YouTube. Go check out their app. They have fantastic products and content coming out every single day. All right, Joey, you're hosting the game. But I believe I promised you I would read the rules.
Yeah. I said I was too afraid to read the rules because I don't know what rules are. I just hit buttons. That's all I know how to do.
Yes. Yeah, you are just a button clicker. Well, you want to pull up the board here?
Yeah, let's get the board up on there.
If this is your first time joining us, this is our game, Fantasy Fortune. It's very similar to the game Wheel of Fortune, if you've ever heard of that or watched it. But we got a little bit of twist, a little fantasy football, sports betting, NFL twist to it. The first change is we're throwing out the wheel. There's no wheel. It's just fortune. So contestants will answer trivia questions, 50-50 trivia questions. If they get it right, they will get to guess a consonant. If there's that consonant in the puzzle, they will get $500 per consonant. They'll be able to buy vowels after that at a cost of $100 per vowel. But they have to get the trivia right, and they have to answer the question correctly in order to get those points. If a contestant answers 3 questions correctly in a row, they're going to bank that money, the money that they've gotten for that round, and they're going to have a chance to guess at the puzzle. Before we move on to the next contestant, just to keep the game moving, you have to have $500 in your round bank in order to be able to buy a vowel. And I think that's it.
Yep, I think you hit it all.
I got it all.
You did. I want to thank you so much for reading the rules. And now I want you both to forget about every rule the JL said, because this is a toss-up. Nice. There'll be a player name up here. If you solve the player's name, you get to go first in the next round. And you will get $500 because we're giving out real money today. Right? No?
Whoa.
Yes.
Cash.
I knew it was coming. Good.
All right.
Let's
go to the puzzle board and we load
That's
the puzzle.
Not the right thing.
I got it. Don't worry, Scott. I've got it under control.
Maria in the chat said, true story. For many years, all I wanted to be was an ice cream truck driver. Wow. I feel like you don't hear that too often.
That's a cool life goal. I hope she achieves it one day.
Me too.
All right. So I'm slowly going to start revealing letters. When you think you know who the player is,
Alexander Mattison.
Go ahead and say your name and I will call on you. I'll start in 3, 2, 1.
JL.
I honestly don't know what to do about this. Technically, JL followed the rules. JL,
you're the game master. You have to decide.
No, you follow the rules. Somebody was just screaming when I was trying to display what was going on. So I'm going to call on you, JL. Who's the player?
Alexander Mattison.
Good job, JL.
I thought you were wrong. I thought you were setting me up just to be like, nope.
Is that a fancy fortune first guessing it before the puzzle even starts?
I
It's
think
not
it is
even a
the first no letter solve that's
before the
been
puzzle
done.
starts?
Yeah, I don't think that's ever happened before. Maybe when I wasn't here.
I feel really weird about giving JL this money, but you did read the rules and somebody didn't listen to follow those rules, so I'm giving you the money, JL.
I was so excited; it was right there for me.
I feel like Scott can only really blame yourself because he did warn you, and you just kept going.
Pre-rule solving right there.
Well, I did change the toss-up because Scott was going to be on because I know he's a Vikings fan. Scott, how are you feeling about Alexander Mattison now that Dalvin Cook is out of the way for the time being?
He's probably slightly overvalued, but I think he's going to be fine this year. I think they're going to still continue to split carries, and they're probably going to pass a little bit more than last year, even though Kevin O'Connell is saying he wants to have a balanced attack. I think I'm with Mina Kimes on this, where it's more of he wants to run efficiently, not just run more. And I do think they want to get Ty Chandler in there. I think they want to get McBride in there a little bit. I think Keeney's going to stay on returns, but there's going to be a little bit more splitting than the people who are really, really buying into Alexander Mattison will like.
Joe, how do you feel on the bottom?
I'm with Scott. I'm not as convinced. These types of players, like the type of player that Alexander Mattison is, it feels like he's the type of trap player fantasy managers fall for every year, where they're good enough, they're talented enough to show up when the opportunity is handed to them, but there's some other limiting constraint that's keeping them from glory. And then the moment they have any sort of like open headway, everybody goes way too far on the confidence meter here. So Alexander Mattison, I'm confident that he has that nice floor, but I don't expect the Vikings to really funnel this offense through Alexander Mattison. I think they'll be focused through the air most of the time.
Yeah.
It's funny in sleeper drafts. I've been loving taking D McBride because I feel like I'm drafting Kenny Powers to my fantasy football team, which I think just gives me some like extra juice. But all right, so we're going to go on to the next puzzle, and JL, you're going to get to go first. Oh yeah, go ahead.
We got our buddy Andrew in the chat. So what do you think of his current ADP, specifically in best ball? Scott, I'm curious. What do you think?
I actually don't know his ADP in best ball right now. I've been so bogged down in SFB stuff that I have not looked at best ball ADP since Dalvin Cook was released.
So he's going for running back 19 or 59.9 overall, according to Andrew.
Yeah, it's honestly probably where he's going to end up. It feels high, but he's probably going to be a top 24 running back this year. But it's probably fine, but it feels a little high. It depends on what's going around him.
And we got our producer Adam in the chat, so 63.7 according to Underdog's ADP. So some very similar to what Andrew's saying. I agree with you, Scott. I think this is just on the higher end. Like a player like Alexander Mattison, I'd rather get a higher ceiling player at that position.
Yep.
Before we get
63rd overall on Underdog, huh? Well, you can go draft him at that point on Underdog in the SFB satellite tournament that's currently being hosted there. It's only $5, and all that money goes to Fantasy Cares.
Nice. Charities.
Plug.
We got Bob Harris in the chat.
Yeah. Before we get to the next puzzle, Craig's saying, I'm sensing a trend of controversy with Joey hosting lately. I win too much, so they've started making me host. That's what's going on.
Yeah, we got sick of it.
All right, I'm going to load up the next puzzle here.
All right, I'm getting out of the chat.
The category will be player geography mashup. This is a new category. So this will be a player and a geographic location mashed together. You guys got to figure it out. JL, you're going to be going first. Would you like a question? Can you solve a question? All right, so we're going to do PPR fantasy points first. That'll be our category. So PPR fantasy points, who had more last year? Austin Eckler or Trevor Lawrence?
Eckler.
JL, that is correct. What letter would you like to guess?
Go with an N, as in no way there's no N's in there. Wow, there was. I lied.
5 of them. I got to add 1 second, please. All right. There we go. All right. So there's 5 N's, JL. Now you have the option. Would you like to buy a vowel, take another question, or do you think you can solve?
Let's take another question.
All right. We're still in PPR fantasy points. Which player had more PPR fantasy points last season? Kirk Cousins or his teammate Justin Jefferson?
Cousins.
I'm sorry, Joe. That's incorrect. We're going to be going to Scott next. Scott, now you don't have any money, so you can't buy any vowels. Would you like to try to solve and redeem what you tried to do last round? Or would you like a question?
No, I'll take a question.
All right. PPR fantasy points between these two players. Who scored the most last year? Saquon Barkley or Christian McCaffrey?
Christian McCaffrey.
Scott, that is correct. You have the opportunity to guess a letter now.
I am going to guess an S.
An S is in Sam. There is one S, Scott.
That's what I thought it might be.
Yeah.
Too.
Really?
There's no more. Okay.
Now you do have $500, so you do have the opportunity to buy a vowel if you'd like, or you can take another question, or you can solve.
I'm gonna buy. I'll buy an O.
Oh, there's
Ooh.
one.
That's just
These
one?
are terrible. This is terrible. Okay.
So, would you like your second question, or do you think you can solve?
No, I'll take another question.
All right. This would be PPR fantasy points. Who had more last season, Tyreek Hill or Ramondre Stevenson?
Tyreek Hill.
That is correct, Scott. What letter would you like to guess next?
Let's go with a T.
T is in Tom. There is one T.
I'm gonna get this one letter at a time the whole way through. I refuse to do anything that gets me multiple letters.
Would you like to buy a vowel, or would you like your third question? If you get this third question right, you will be able to bank your money.
Oh, that doesn't fit either. That's so close to fitting too. I'll take my last question.
Okay. So PPR fantasy points, Devontae Adams or Tony Pollard?
Tony Pollard.
I'm sorry, Scott. That's incorrect.
Dang it. Knew that was wrong too.
JL, we're going to go to you next. Would you like to buy a vowel, or would you like to solve or take a question?
I would like to buy a vowel.
Okay.
I'd like to buy an I.
An I. There are two I's, JL.
Okay.
Take your $200 away from you.
Can I purchase another vowel?
You may. You have enough money to do just that.
I'll take an A.
A is an apple. There are some A's. I got to count them up. 5.
Hey.
1, 2, 3, 4, 5. And I'm going to reveal them now. That was a good letter to guess.
Oh no. Oh no.
I'm going to need a decision.
I would like to solve.
All right.
Yeah.
JL?
Brandon Aiyuk Peninsula.
That is correct. It's Brandon Aiyuk Peninsula.
Yucatan Peninsula, nice.
I had a lot of fun putting that one together.
That was a good one. That was a pretty good one.
Thank you. I thought
done,
it was pretty
Jay.
clever.
Yep.
Did the chat get that one?
What'd you say?
Did the chat get that one?
Ooh, let's go take a look. Let's see if the chat got it.
Oh yeah, Scampers got it.
Scampers, good job. Oh, we got to scroll down a little bit. There
I think that was it. I think it was just Scampers.
Good job, Scampers. Have either of you guys ever been to the Yucatan Peninsula?
Nope.
Okay.
I've never been to a peninsula.
It's in Mexico. Florida's a peninsula. You've been to Florida, right, JL? No? Okay.
I refuse.
I've been to a peninsula. I live on one. So excellent.
Miami
All right,
counts Florida?
it is.
Ah, I've been on a peninsula.
Yay. Everybody clap for JL. He's been on a peninsula. Brandon Aiyuk, JL, how are you feeling about Brandon Aiyuk this season?
I feel similar to how I felt last season. Going into last season, there was a little bit of hype on Brandon Aiyuk, and it was based off of real performance the year before. But it started off so weird, if you remember. Like, Brandon Aiyuk got in the doghouse. Shanahan wouldn't really play him, and then was being like basically subtweeting in press conferences about Brandon Aiyuk being in the doghouse. It was super weird. They seem to have worked it out, and what I've seen on the field is Brandon Aiyuk is talented. I don't think he's a top 5, top 10 wide receiver, but as a solid wide receiver 2, wide receiver 3, I think he's talented enough to do that.
Yep.
Scott, if you were on the board and you had the choice between Deebo Samuel and Brandon Aiyuk, are you still taking Deebo Samuel over Brandon Aiyuk?
No, I'm probably taking Aiyuk, honestly. Deebo has a lot. I mean, Deebo's got that high ceiling, but the way they used him, especially in the second half of last year, man, I don't know that I can trust it. It feels like, especially with Purdy and the safety of it, the way he played the second half with Purdy, Aiyuk seems to be the better option.
Yeah. And I haven't seen a
Safer
single ADP reflecting that from any of the draft sites. So if you're out there, I believe in Brandon Aiyuk as well. Go make that move. All right. So
I think I would still want Deebo. Personally.
Would you?
Yeah, I think I would still go Deebo.
Craig coming into the chat saying that 15,100 is the high score in this game. That's also $15,100. So good job there. Let's load the next puzzle up.
Before you do, Jay said, "What's this? I go on vacation and Scott is on the show. I specifically said under no circumstances is Scott Fish allowed to guest on the show."
Did you not tell Jay it was a permanent vacation from work that you were letting him know? Or
look who's fired now.
Left that out. Look who's fired now.
It's usually me.
Look whose pants are on fire now, Jay.
All right. Gonna load the next puzzle once my mouse decides to know where
Maria
it's
said,
at.
"Well done, Joey."
What did I do? The puzzle?
On the puzzle, yeah, that's a good one.
I thought it was good. All right. The next category is alarming tiers. Now, if you'd gone to Fantasy Alarm this week and read Britt Flynn's tier article, these are 3 players, first name and last name, that are all in the same tier. So 3 players that are all in the same tier. I can't tell you the position. That gives away way too much. So once again, alarming tiers, 3 players, first name, last name, all in the same tier. Okay. For best ball. All right. And JL, you got that. You solved the last puzzle. So do you get to go first or does Scott?
No, Scott gets to go first.
I brain farted on who gets to go first. Scott, our wonderful
disgusting.
guest. I know. And it comes out my ears. And sometimes my AirPod just goes, shoots out. There's a lot of pressure. Scott, for you, can you solve? Do you know who these 3 players are? Or would you like a question?
I do, but for the sake of drama, I'm just gonna let's play it out. I know it. I just
such a nice
feel like
guy.
we should do that.
All right.
Don't want to have to, run out of puzzles.
Yeah, that'd be a shame.
Still in PPR fantasy points. 2 players, Josh Jacobs, Devonta Smith. Which one had more PPR fantasy points last?
Josh Jacobs.
That is correct, Scott Fish. What letter would you like to guess?
I'm gonna go with a J for Joey.
Aw.
I could have said for JL, and
I
chose
know.
not to.
I was there. I was part of that conversation.
No.
Please don't.
Oh, boo! Yeah, get bonked.
Oh man.
Now I got to type it back in. JL, you are up. Would you like a question or can you solve?
I too can also solve this, but I'm just afraid of doing it right after Scott Fish just said he could do it and then being wrong. That would be way too embarrassing. So I'll take a question.
You guys are legends today. Real quick, Craig just letting us know. I was part of the Peninsula 15 Club in high school. Was Peninsula abbreviated? Craig, just curious about that. All right, so you'd like a question?
Yep.
All right, PPR fantasy points. Your best friend in the world, Stephon Diggs or Tom Brady?
Barack Obama's my best friend in the world, actually.
Oh, sorry. Forgot.
What did you ask me? I was thinking about Obama.
I know, I was too. PPR fantasy points, Stephon Diggs or Tom Brady? That's your
Tom Brady.
I'm sorry, JL, that is incorrect. Scott Fish, we're coming back to you. I know you know who these 3 players are, but
I know.
Yeah. But I'm going to go ahead and give you a question. Is that okay?
I mean, the clear-cut case that I know who they are is, I guessed a perfect letter in the first.
I know. Well, you were just you're building suspense, like you said. Like
here's actually what I'm going for. I know that James Roday and I have the high score in this game all time. I want the lowest score too. I want to bookend the bread. I want to bookend the leaderboard on this.
Slices of bread.
All right.
PPR fantasy points. Travis Kelce or Amon-Ra St. Brown?
Travis Kelce.
That is correct, Scott. What letter would you like to guess?
I will go with.
Go with Ciabatta.
What letter?
I'm going to go with a T.
T is in Tom.
Only one of them, though.
Tokasia.
Speaking of bookends, we have 2 bookends right there. All right, Scott, now got some money here. You can buy some vowels, or you could take another question, or you can solve.
Let's buy an O.
Scottfish wants to buy an O. There's 2 O's. 1, 2. All right. You have the option to buy another vowel if you'd like, or take a question, or you can solve.
More than that.
These are all the same position.
Same position. They're all in the same tier, first name and last name. For each player, 3 players.
The first name and last name is also the same?
Yes.
Okay.
These are all one person.
Well, let's buy the E then.
Okay.
Oh,
There are
no.
3 E's.
I mean,
got
I feel
2
like
of them.
buying the E gave JL the middle one.
No,
but...
I already had 2.
Oh, wow.
Whoa.
Big stud here.
I actually forget who the players are. I hope you guys get more letters.
Yeah.
I'm trying to remember.
The second
I got
one
it now.
was pretty obvious with the double T. But, all right, bring me a question.
All right, next question. PPR fantasy points. Justin Herbert or Geno Smith?
Justin Herbert.
Sorry, Scott. That's incorrect.
Dang it. I knew that was going to be close too.
JL, that's over to you. You can take a question or you can solve.
I will take a question, please.
2 players, PPR fantasy points. Derrick Henry or Amari Cooper?
Derrick Henry.
That is correct, JL. What letter would you like?
Wow, I did not think that was right. That's crazy.
Let's go with
so many games.
He did, but he's so big. He's just so big.
He's so big. They give him points just for
He's
that.
so big. Let's go with an L.
L for loser. No, that's the only thing I can think of. That was mean.
Oh, I think I got it.
All right, JL. That gives you $2,000. Scott thinks he has it, but he doesn't get to do anything.
I'm still a little confused on the first
Scott
one.
thinks of a lot of
I
things.
think I got the third one now.
Yeah. You can buy a vowel, take a question, or you can solve before Scott.
I would like to buy a vowel.
All right, which
I
one?
would like to buy an I, please.
All right. There are 5 I's spread out all across the board. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. 2, 3, 4, 5.
I would like to buy an A, please.
Okay. 1A.
God. I would like to take a question, please.
Okay, this will be your second question. 2 players, Christian Kirk or CD Lamb? PPR fantasy points.
PPR, Christian Kirk or CD Lamb? Christian Kirk or CD Lamb? I hate you, Joey. You dumb boy. Idiot boy.
I really spread them out this week, too. I learned my lesson from last week.
You always do.
I will say that we have a very smart chat, and they have solved it.
Of course they have.
Jeez.
Sorry, it was Christian Kirk, and what was the other? It was
CD Lamb.
CD Lamb.
Let's go with. Oh God, Dak missed so much time. Let's go with CD Lamb.
JL, you are correct.
Wrong.
What letter would you like to guess?
Let's go with an M.
M is in monster?
M is in mommy.
Mommy. There are 2 M's. Give you that money. There are no vowels to buy, so you can either take your third question, which if you get right, you'll get to bank the money, or you can solve.
I'll take my third question.
Okay, this will be your third and final question. If you get this right, you will bank this money, JL. 2 players, PPR fantasy points, A.J. Brown or Jamar Chase?
Jamar Chase.
I'm sorry, JL, that's incorrect.
Damn! Oh, I played myself. I wanted to answer the other way. No.
Scott, you have the option to not buy a vowel. You can either solve or take a question.
I mean, I feel like it's more dramatic to just pretend I still don't know it and take a question.
All right. PPR fantasy.
I totally know what the first one is, too.
We all do.
You got Rumboy Robbie's in here.
Hey,
Rumboy's
what up,
saying,
Robbie?
hello, Robbie.
I don't think that's right. I don't think that's the right.
His name? I butchered it.
His name?
No.
Robbie.
I was trying to lay something on it to make it cool for him. So people, I was gonna do some bars. All right, PPR fantasy points, Scott. Justin Fields or Aaron Jones?
Justin Fields.
That is correct, Scott. What letter would you like to guess?
So let's go with the S.
Okay. There are 2 S's. Scott's going to get you $1,000. Can you solve, or would you like a question?
I'm going to take another question.
Okay, this will be your second question. This will be our last PPR fantasy points question. Jared Goff or Tyler Lockett?
Jared Goff.
That's correct, Scott.
Stop being smart.
What letter would you like to guess?
Let's go with
You?
I'm looking at these, like, K will give me the most money, but I doubt it's in that first name. Let's go with C.
C.
R. Oh, R. I could have gone with R.
There are 2 C's. It's going to get you another $1,000, Scott. You can either solve or we can go to your third question. If you get that question right, you will bank your money. Oh, would you like to solve?
I got it. I'm solving.
In order.
I feel like JL just got it too with his. Is it Chris Godwin, Tyler Lockett, and Mike Williams?
That is correct, Scott. It is Chris Godwin, Tyler Lockett, and Mike Williams. And they were featured in the underrated tier of Brett Flynn's article up on Fantasy Alarm right now. So I want to ask you guys both. You're on the clock. You have the decision in a redraft league. Or, hey, you know what? You're in Scott Fishbowl. You're in Scott Fishbowl. You're on the clock. Which one of these wide receivers are you going to take? Scott?
It's probably Lockett or Williams for me. It's probably Lockett. Honestly, I think he's probably got the highest upside of it. I know they added in Jigba. I think his role is pretty secure there on the outside and is the deep threat, though. I think that might only open things up for Lockett a little bit more, but it's really close between Lockett and Williams for me. Godwin, that quarterback situation, it's just that offense is a little bit scary for me right now.
I agree with you, Scott, but I don't agree on one point. Is the upside part. I think Mike Williams has more upside than Tyler Lockett. I think
it's possible.
I think Tyler Lockett is a safer floor, but I'm more like if Mike Williams can make it work in that offense, man, it's wheels up.
Yeah. Sure.
He's got to make it work. He's got to stay healthy.
Victor agreeing with you there, JL. He likes Mike Williams. And Scampers did get that correct.
I think really close, honestly, between those two.
I think I'm going Tyler Lockett.
Honestly, and if it's me, I would usually draft Mike Williams just because I'm not a big Tyler Lockett guy.
He writes too much poetry for you.
Yeah. So to answer your actual question, I would draft Mike Williams just because me personally, not the non-analyst, is that I would.
Yeah.
I'd probably, the home league, just players I like, I would probably draft Mike Williams.
I'm with you.
Craig seeing through the ruse here. Oh, wait. No, Craig's comments right here. Saying, JL taking the Clemson player. No way.
Craig commenting on me taking a Clemson player. Yes way.
All right. So, yeah, make sure to go and check that article out on Fantasy Alarm right now. Alarming tiers that Brett Flynn has up. It's really good for best
What
ball.
up, Kevin? Right. Welcome in.
Hey, what's up, Kevin? All right, we're going to load the next puzzle here. Do we have time? Oh, we got plenty of time, boys.
Oh, crap. I no longer have 0.
You're running it,
I'm
Scott.
so competitive.
Well, we can actually take money away from you if you're mean to me. I can do that. I know how to.
Can I buy a bunch of vowels on this? Use that.
All right. Next puzzle's loading up right now. This is going to be NFL news. This is an NFL news headline that happened around Monday when I made this puzzle. And it's still relevant, I believe.
I don't like that. I believe at the end of that.
It is. It's still relevant. All right. So, Scott, you got that last one right. So, JL, you're going to get to go first. JL, were you reading the news? Can you solve this right now, or would you like a question?
I wasn't reading the news. I can't solve this right now. I need a question.
All right. We're going to go to the FanDuel Sportsbook for this next series of questions, and we're going to do the MVP odds. So these will be the players that's most favored to win the MVP award in 2023. I'll give you 2 players. You tell me which one's more favored. Who's going to win the
Jordan
MVP
Love.
next year? What'd you say?
Jordan Love.
I believe, is he on here? He is in one of the questions, but that's not the one I'm going to ask you. Joe Burrow or Trevor Lawrence? Who has the best odds?
MVP? Just wait, Super Bowl MVP or regular season?
This is regular season most valuable player. That's what MVP stands for.
Oh, okay. I'll go with Joe Burrow.
That is correct, JL. What letter would you like to guess?
Let's go with an S.
S is in Sam. There are 4 S's, JL. That was a good letter for you to guess. That's going to give you the option. If you'd like to buy a vowel, you could take another question or you can solve.
Yeah, let's buy an A.
A is an apple. There are 3 A's. 1, 2, 3. Has it ever happened before? Yes. Somebody screenshot this. Oh my God. You fell into my trap.
I strategically bought those letters. I'll take another question.
This is funny.
All
right.
12.
All right. FanDuel Sportsbook, MVP odds. Who has better odds to win the MVP, Josh Allen or Jalen Hurts? Like 5.
Let's go with Josh Allen.
That is correct, JL. What letter would you like to guess?
Let's go with an N.
N is in Nancy. There are 4 N's. That was another good
Nancy,
letter.
How did she get?
Wow.
How did she get herself to be part of the saying that everybody says?
In those two picks by JL, he got more letters than I've gotten all game on my guess.
Well, he did get money taken away from him on one of the guesses with the vowel, so that might have helped you out a little bit. JL, you have the option. You can buy another vowel, you can take a question, or you can solve.
I'll buy a vowel.
Okay.
I'll buy an I.
I is an igloo. There are 2 I's.
JL, you have so much money, just buy all the vowels.
Yeah.
What if there's not one in there?
I guarantee there's at least one more.
Like I shouldn't be taking strategy advice.
That'd be a whole lot of consonants without any more vowels.
Yeah, it would. All right, let's go. I'll buy an O.
All right, next letter would be an O. He's gonna buy. He's bought 2 O's.
All right, I'll take another question now.
All right, next question. FanDuel Sportsbook MVP odds. Is this your second or this is your second question?
This is
Patrick.
My third.
Oh, it is your third. All right, Patrick Mahomes or Lamar Jackson?
And this is regular season MVP?
Yes. Who has the better odds to win the MVP?
Lamar Jackson or Patrick Mahomes? It's got to be Patrick Mahomes.
That is correct, JL.
Let's go with the G.
G. You found 2 G's. That's going to get you $1,000. You're going to get to bank that money, and I'm going to give you 10 seconds to solve.
I cannot.
Then I'll just cut the time off. Scott, it's going to go over to you.
All right. Throw me a question.
All right, question. FanDuel Sportsbook MVP odds. Who's more favored to win the MVP? Dak Prescott or Justin Herbert?
Justin Herbert.
That is correct, Scott. What letter would you like to guess?
I'm going to go with the T.
T is in Tom. There are 2 T's, Scott. That's going to get you $1,000.
Yeah. I'll buy that E.
Okay. Scott's going to buy an E.
Hey,
there are 2 E's. Okay. Remember, Scott, you do get $1,000 no matter what. So whatever's in your bank there, if it's less than $1,000, you will get $1,000 if you correctly solve. So you can buy. Oh, you can't buy any more vowels. We give you the Y for free.
I know 5 of these 6 words.
Good job, Scott.
You can count too, huh?
Yeah. I don't know what that second word is. Okay. Let's go with another question.
All right, next question. This will be FanDuel Sportsbook MVP odds. Jared Goff or Russell Wilson?
Jared Goff.
That is correct, Scott. What letter would you like to guess?
You've gotten every trivia right?
No. I've definitely gotten at least 1 or 2 wrong.
Okay, that's fair.
I know I got 1 wrong. Yeah, I got 2 wrong. At least 2 wrong.
The chat did solve this. Just put that out there.
There's at least 2 R's. So let's go with R.
Okay. There are 3 R's, Mr. Scott Fish. It's going to get you $1,500, bringing you up to $2,300.
Okay, I got it.
Okay.
I got it.
Let's hear it.
Solve. Jets bracing for Hard Knocks assignment.
That is correct. Scott
Nice.
Fish. Nice puzzle solve. And we got ourselves a game here, like $1,300 difference. But so are you guys fans of Hard Knocks? Would you be excited to watch the Jets, or do you think that
I would?
You would be? Yeah.
I'm always excited to watch Hard Knocks, but Jets are my son's second favorite team. I love Sauce Gardner. I love Garrett Wilson. Any Zach Wilson stuff, Aaron Rodgers stuff should be fun to watch. There's a lot to enjoy there. How get a closer inside look at how Breece Hall's recovery is going, like a closer eye on it during preseason. That would be fun.
Yeah.
Bring it.
I thought it was interesting, the Discord that was kind of surrounding this. People seem like some people have like Aaron Rodgers fatigue. JL, do you have any Aaron Rodgers fatigue? Or are you unfatigued by Aaron Rodgers?
I don't know if it's fatigue. I don't know if I would describe it as fatigue. I think when we're looking at this from a football perspective, he's a good football player. This is a good football team. So I'm bullish on Aaron Rodgers this year, but I don't think it has much to do with him.
Gotcha. So is who had the solve? Because Craig had the solve here with Jets bracing for Hard Knocks assignment. Oh,
you said it. Whenever you said Breece Hall, it popped in my head. I was like, man, I'm surprised Joey didn't say Jets bracing for Hard Knocks assignment.
Oh, you know what? That's not on me.
I didn't even think that.
That's on the NFL website that I got this headline from. That's them on them. If it was me, I would have thought of that. Yeah. Our friend Yema's in here. Hi, Yema. That's my pumpkin spice buddy. Yeah. All right, cool. So we have time for another puzzle. Sully,
but before we do, we got Sully in here and we got Swamp in here. This is at work and dying. They'll still have the energy to like the video. My man.
There we go.
He has all the energy to click the button. It was a struggle, but he just powered through.
All right.
Appreciate you, Swamp. Good to see you, my friend.
All right. Next category is prohibited items.
I'm sure the chat got that one right.
Prohibited from where?
So I went to the MetLife Stadium website and read through all the prohibited items that you are not allowed to bring into the stadium. So here are 4 items or things that you cannot bring into MetLife Stadium. We're going to learn a little bit, but it's also quite funny. So that's the category. So 4 items you're not allowed to bring into the stadium.
I like this.
I need pieces of paper for these ones.
Yeah. All right. Me?
So JL, Scott solved that. So JL, you get to go first.
I will take a question.
All right. And question. Sorry about that. So FanDuel Sportsbook MVP odds: Deshaun Watson or Derek Carr?
Let's go with Derek Carr.
Sorry, JL, that's incorrect. Scott, we're going to come to you.
I swear if one of those 2 8-letter ones is backpack, I'm going to be annoyed. Backpack should never be banned. They are the best.
Oh, no.
No, I'm just kidding.
Okay.
I'm just kidding. I love my bags though, man. All right, bring me a question.
All right. FanDuel Sportsbook MVP odds: Jordan Love or Kirk Cousins?
Kirk Cousins.
That is incorrect. It is actually Jordan Love. Yeah.
Jeez.
By plus 500. Yeah. I'm surprised by
that. That is wow.
There's a lot of money coming in. Simon was talking about the money coming in on Jordan Love's ridiculous right now.
This is it's been a long talked about thing with Vegas bettors that they bet there's so much public bet on Packers fans to an irrational degree that it ups Packers lines a lot. So that actually doesn't surprise me now that I think about it.
Scampers has a very funny answer in here, but I can't put it up because one of them's actually correct.
Okay.
Yeah. So, but I can't show you guys because then you'll know. Anyways, okay. Next question. Yeah, I'm amused. It's fun to host. All right, JL. FanDuel Sportsbook MVP odds: Kenny Pickett or Matthew Stafford?
These are dumb questions, Joey.
Thank you.
Let's go with Stafford.
That is incorrect. It was actually Kenny
it is.
Pickett.
Yeah, little tickle fingers.
Scott, we're going to head over to you. FanDuel Sportsbook, MVP odds, Daniel Jones or Justin Jefferson?
Justin Jefferson.
Daniel Jones is actually more favored to win the MVP next season.
I kind of figured he's the quarterback. Yeah. But
it gets tricky with quarterback and positional players, like the quarterbacks that are ahead of them. Yeah.
Jefferson was a top 3 candidate last year, top 4 or whatever it was. So I thought maybe they were going to ride on it.
No. Jail, it's going to go back over to you. Would you like to solve or would you like a question?
Give me another tough one, Joey.
All right. Tyreek Hill or Christian McCaffrey?
Christian McCaffrey.
I'm sorry, it's Tyreek Hill. You told me to give you a tough one, and
that was
succeeded. Yeah. Let's move out of this category. Let's go to rushing yards. Scott Fish, we're going to ask you, do you like this category? You want to stay in it?
Yeah, I love it. Okay.
Well, you're not the host, so you don't get to
get answers wrong.
So the next category is rushing yards. So I'll give you 2 players. You tell me which one had more rushing yards last season. Scott, Kenneth Walker or Josh Jacobs?
Josh Jacobs.
That is correct, Scott. What letter would you like to guess?
I'm going to guess. Let's go with a T.
T is in Tom.
No butts in this.
There is one.
Yeah, of course.
Ooh,
just
could
one.
be butt.
Perfect. Amazing. Okay, let's.
A different word than I thought it was.
Do I even have money to buy a vowel?
Oh, you can, yeah. Sorry. Give me 1 second, and you will have $500 in your bank.
And how much does a vowel cost? $250?
Vowels are 100, and you have the option because you have 500 to buy a vowel.
Let's buy. You know what? I'm not gonna help JL. I have no clue what any of these are. Let's just have another question.
All right, next question. Rushing yards. Which player had more last season? Ramondre Stevenson or Derrick Henry?
Which running back had more or less last season?
Which running back had more rushing yards last season? Ramondre Stevenson or Derrick Henry?
I'm going to go with, oh man, we already established that Henry missed a bunch of games, but then he was above that person. I didn't think he was. I'm going to go with Stevenson. I think you're trying to trick me.
I don't, the answer is wrong, so I don't know how it was tricked me. I'm confused. I got confused on that one. All right. The next rushing yards, 2 players, JL, Nick Chubb, Aaron Jones. Who had more rushing yards last season?
Seriously?
Sorry, I wasn't prepared for a question at that moment. Can you say it again?
So, between these 2 players, who had more rushing yards last season? Nick Chubb or Aaron Jones?
Let's go with Chubb.
That would be correct, JL. What letter would you like to guess?
Let's go with an N.
And N is in Nancy.
Right. Bonk.
Scott, it's going to go to you. Would you like a question or would you like to buy a vowel?
It didn't work last time, so maybe I'll buy a vowel this time. Okay. Let's go with an I.
There are 2 I's.
That didn't help anything at all.
Why do I feel like that word all the way to the right says tricks? Can't bring tricks into the stadium.
Scott, would you like a question or you can't buy another vowel? So you need to take a question or you can solve.
I can't buy another vowel?
No.
Oh, fine.
I know.
All right. Let's bring question.
All right. Who had more rushing yards last season? Tony Pollard or Saquon Barkley?
Saquon Barkley.
That is correct. What letter would you like to guess?
I will guess an S.
S is in Sam. There are 2 S's.
Chrysalisk.
Oh, I don't even know. Can I buy another vowel
now? You can.
Let's go with an A.
An A. There are 1, 2, 3 A's. You still have room if you'd like to buy.
I love that middle one because it could be bats, it could be
It
cats,
could be anything.
rats, it could be so many things.
What?
Oh, hats. You can't bring hats in.
No hats. Everyone gets sunburns on their head.
You can't bring hats into this stadium.
Oh, no.
All right, Scott. Would you like to buy
bring me
another
another
question? All right, rushing yards last season: Najee Harris or Miles Sanders?
Miles Sanders.
That is correct, Scott. You saw through my trick.
Definitely no Pat.
I had to pause for a half second on that one. With my earlier guess, I think the top one might be backpack, so I'm going to go with C. But that makes that cats, which is absolutely ridiculous. What?
It's on the website.
Cats.
Oh,
You cannot bring cats. It's animals. You can't bring animals. Technically, that is a cat.
Sorry, Mr. Scampers. Close your ears.
I know.
Yeah, Mr. Scampers can't come in.
Scott, you are able to buy a vowel.
Can you, Joey, ask the chat if Mr. Scampers is coming to LA this year?
Mr. Scampers, are you coming to LA this year? Let us know.
I met him last year at LA.
We're not sure if we're ready for the illusion to be over at FYI.
Okay.
Yeah.
Okay.
Excited to meet him, but it's going to be interesting.
But you have to be in a litter box the whole time.
Yes.
All right. You can drop me another question, Joey.
All right. This will be your third and final question. If you get this right, you will get to bank all of your money. Who had more rushing yards last season? Dalvin Cook or Tyler Algier?
Dalvin Cook.
That is correct. Scott, what letter would you like to guess?
I think we got to go with the K just to rack up some more money.
You'll get it too. There are 2 Ks getting you
Doesn't help me
$1,000
at all.
So
Get
stressed
to bank
out
that
right now.
money and take the lead on JL. You have 5 seconds to solve.
Backpack, cats. I don't know.
All right, JL.
I don't even want to take a half guess that'll help JL.
No, I mean that first word's clearly lack.
Lack.
It's
Lack.
sack.
Can't bring your sack.
Watch your mouth.
JL, question?
I'll take a question.
Back sack? Maybe it's back sack.
You can bring a sack back, but not a back sack.
Oh.
I'll take a question, Joe.
All right, rushing yards last season: Dameon Pierce or Justin Fields?
Justin Fields had 1,043. Dameon Pierce had 1,083. Dameon Pierce.
That is incorrect. It was actually Justin Fields last season. Scott, we're heading
You
over.
sounded so confident. I was like, that's got to be really close. I didn't know.
Now, Scott, you banked your money, so you will not be able to buy a vowel. So you can either solve or take a question.
All right, let's take a question.
All right.
Miss it.
Travis Etienne or Jonathan Taylor?
For what?
Rushing yards last season.
Yeah.
First time I did it.
Oh, Travis Etienne.
That is correct, Scott. What letter would you like to guess?
Let's go with R.
There are 2.
Why did I do that? B
Rs.
and P. Just maybe there's a B or P in. Backpack cats. Can I buy another vowel?
Yes, you can. Oh, let me give you your money. Sorry about that. Yes, what letter would you like to buy?
Let's try the O.
There is 1 O, and I just remembered what that word was. Thank God. I was so stressed because I forgot what it was.
Okay.
We're good, though.
Oh.
Hey, Scott, you can either buy a vowel or take a question.
Let's take a question.
All right. This will be rushing yards. Who had more last season, Jamal Williams or Isaiah Pacheco?
Pacheco.
That is incorrect, JL. It's going to go to you.
What? No.
Oh, I need more than 1,000.
I'm so stressed out now.
I don't know if I can do that. I'll take a question.
No clue.
Question.
All
All right.
Lose.
Rushing yards last season, Cam Akers or Donta Foreman?
Rushing yards.
Mm-hmm.
Cam Akers or Deonta Foreman? Cam Akers.
That's incorrect. I'm sorry. Scott's going to go back to you. Would you like a question?
Okay. I gotta.
Okay.
I don't know what that third
right.
fourth word is.
So the rushing yards, who had more last season, Alvin Kamara or Lamar Jackson?
Lamar Jackson.
I'm sorry, that's incorrect. JL, it's going to go back to you. Would you like a question?
I need a question.
All right. Rushing yards, who had more last season, David Montgomery or Raheem Mostert?
Oh, different question.
I
can't. David Montgomery.
I'm sorry, that's incorrect. Scott, back to you.
Why you come up
Would
with
you
these
like a
questions?
question?
You idiot.
This is the best end I think I've seen to a show in a while.
Thank you. Scott, question.
Because we're both so bad.
Rushing yards last season, Jeff Wilson or Khalil Herbert?
Khalil Herbert.
No, that's incorrect. JL's going to go back to you. We're moving to a new category, Super Bowl odds. I'll give you two teams. You tell me who's more favored to win the Super Bowl.
Okay.
Chiefs versus Ravens.
Chiefs.
That's correct. JL, what letter would you like to guess?
Okay. I would like a P.
A P is in pineapple. There are two P's.
That doesn't help. We already knew those words.
I would like another question.
All right. Super Bowl odds. Who's more favored to win? The Dallas Cowboys or Philadelphia Eagles?
Eagles.
That is correct, JL. What letter would you like to buy?
B.
B is in Bob. There are two B's.
And I would like to solve.
Oh.
2000. What is it?
No way.
Cats, tripod, frisbees. That
is correct, JL.
No way.
Win.
Oh
what a
gosh.
finish, JL.
That's
well done, my friend.
Woo,
well done.
Oh my God, my heart is racing.
That was great.
That is the most competitive I've ever felt playing this game.
I still didn't even have frisbees until you got that B up there. Did you have it before that?
Yeah,
I have no idea.
I did.
Okay.
I had it like 3 turns ago. I just kept getting them wrong.
We only had so much time.
Oh my God. Thank you so much for joining us today, even if unscheduled and uninvited.
How did I get
Did you get here?
Oh, thank you guys. Thanks. That's a good show. Great show.
And it's funny because I didn't know you're going to be on, but Bat Pack was already on there. So when you said that, it made me laugh. I was like, oh,
yeah.
You're meant to be here today, Scott.
Yep.
And Scamper's got it in the chat. We got Jordan Benek in here said, "Are support cats not a thing?" That's a good question.
It does. So support animals are allowed, but yeah, in general, animals were not allowed.
Dang, Mr. Scampers with a W. What a fun show. Good game, Scott. If you aren't already, make sure you go follow Scott at Scottfish24 on Twitter. If you are unaware of what Scott does for this industry, for this community, go check out Scott Fish Bowl. It is truly the most incredible creation this industry has ever seen, and Scott Fish is one of the best people I've ever met in this industry. So go follow him. Go check out Scott Fish Bowl. Sign up. It's a good time.
I agree.
Thank you, man. Thanks. Yeah, please do. Please do. And everyone have a nice day. Enjoy your day.
Absolutely.
Get out, touch some grass.
Touch some grass. Hey, and send
Thanks for
Joey
having
in
me,
this
guys.
message because he needs it. Because I was pretty mean to him today because I
You were
got
mean to
frustrated
me?
with the game.
Oh, that's all right. That's part of the game.
It is. It is. If you aren't already, make sure you hit the like button on this video. Check out Better Sports Network as well. They have excellent content coming out. We got the, oh my gosh, why did I just, pub trivia. I could not remember that word for a second. We got pub trivia on Mondays on the Bettercast app and a bunch of other fun content coming out over there. So make sure you check them out. Yeah.
8 o'clock every Monday, Scott. Yeah, you ask every week.
Yeah.
I know. I ask every week, and I will forget.
You do.
As soon as we log off, I will forget.
All right.
All right. Well, that's going to do it for us today. We'll be back tomorrow. 3 p.m. Eastern time, like we are every single weekday. Enjoy the rest of your day. Bye-bye.
Bye, everybody.